Welcome. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try. Welcome to the double feature of Smackdown and AEW Rampage. Yes, I'm trying to do them both at the same time. First Smackdown, then Rampage. I actually said Dynamite in the previous recording and I screwed it up. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm hoping I'm going to get information. You know, when they say you cross-pollinate, I'm hoping if I say something that's on AEW on WWE, I apologize. If I say something from WWE to AEW, I apologize. I'm saying it now. If you know me, if you guys know who the hell you're dealing with, you know me. I botch a lot. I get things confused. And I try so hard not to botch a lot and get things confused, I make it worse. So, if I mess up, this is what you'll get. This is what you get. Okay. Let me give it to you like this. Was both shows good? No. There was a lot going on with both shows, and there were certain things that got me a little nervous because both shows had a lot of botchiness in it, and it made me nervous and some repetition. For me personally, I don't know about anybody else. Maybe it's not repetitious yet, or it doesn't feel repetitious to you. It does to me. First, we got a rematch. I got to get my notes right because I got one-sided notes for SmackDown, one-sided notes for Rampage. I'm making sure I got the right one. You got Happy Corbin versus Ricochet. A rematch because Ricochet managed to beat Happy Corbin. Now, I'll give it to like this. This is a rematch. We've seen these two go up against each other for years. Here's the thing. At this moment, I'm not sure what they're going to do with Corbin. I don't know what they're doing with Ricochet. I don't know. Like I said, I have not been watching the product. This is now what? The second time I've now watched SmackDown. So I don't know what's going on with Corbin or Ricochet. As far as I can tell, they're in a feud because Ricochet told Corbin that he can't do anything or he's just stupid because he's happy. Well, he got beat by McAfee. He got beat by Madcap Moss. So Ricochet's messing with him. I guess that's what this is about. And this is now the second match where Ricochet wins again. Now, I don't know where they're going to go with this. It is good to see Ricochet win twice, but the question's going to be what they're going to do with Ricochet now. And what they're going to do with Happy Corbin now. I don't know. Was it a good match? It wasn't bad. I mean, Corbin can do an alright match. Ricochet can do a great match to a good match. Both of them did alright on both matches. The question is now, and this is what not everyone's going to say, where are they going? Moving on. A fatal four-way as a last chance for the last spot in the women's tag title tournament. Now, because we know that Toxic Attraction's out, they had to replace them with a fatal four-way. So you had, let me give it to you like this. They had no one else to put there. They don't have any women. So they got no one to put there except the same women that went for the tournament. Now, at one point, I actually got very worried about Nikki Cross because she did a suplex off of the top, well, almost the top turnbuckle with Natalya. And I believe it was Natalya. No, was it Natalya? Or was it Sonya Deville? I think it was Sonya Deville. And she landed really badly. I believe her left leg literally folded right under her, even though there was a whole woman there. Her left leg or her right leg folded straight under her, and she was grabbing at her leg hard. I'm hoping she's all right. I don't understand why they needed to do the spot. They didn't. I don't agree with all these spots every single time. Guys, there's nothing wrong with having high spots. The question is, you need to use them when it's right. And that one wasn't required. And if Nikki Ash, gets hurt because of this, it was unnecessary. In the end, Sonya Deville and the Natalya won. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. It doesn't really matter. That's pretty much it. So, is it important? You'll find out in the next match, which is the last match before the finals, which will be Sonya Deville and Natalya versus Raquel and her partner. I can't remember her name. Alea. I think Alea. That's her name. New. Don't know her. Tell me, you guys, below. This I need to ask you. Tell me below. Did Raquel Rodriguez or Raquel Gonzalez, I like her as Gonzalez than Rodriguez, didn't she used to be a lot more stronger and less botchy? Because, oh my goodness, what the hell was that? Everything she did looked wrong from what I've seen her do years ago. Look, I'm not saying Raquel is a bad wrestler. Never saw her as a bad wrestler. In fact, I think she was better than Nia Jax. And that's saying a lot. Nia's never really had the opportunity to really perfect herself. They brought her up really early, and she never improved. Even when she had double knee problems, she went back to work, she never improved her skill. Never. Raquel, she's not that bad. But when I saw her in this match, what was that? Going into the turnbuckles, going after Sonya and Natalya didn't even look right. Slams didn't look right. What happened? I don't know. You guys tell me below. In the end, they won. They did win. Raquel and Aliyah. But I don't know if they should have. But I'm just saying. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about here. I know I could talk about what happened with Hit Row, with the Maximum Male Models, and the Street Profits. But I'm going to skip that. Because I don't know where they're going with that. I'd rather see it develop first. So I'm leaving it. Now, the vid pack for Drew, they did 2 vid packs for Drew McIntyre talking about how he got started to where he is now when he's about to go up against Roman Reigns at, I believe it's Clash at the Castle. Fine. It's all right. I didn't have a problem with it. But I'm wondering, will this end correctly? But we still got about 1 more week left, so we'll know soon. What is the next match here? I think I just went for the matches. Did I just go through all the matches? The only one left will be Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. And here's where it gets interesting. Sami is still being manipulated by the bloodline. He wants in so badly. He's fiending for it. And Jay does not treat him right. Jimmy's fine with him. Roman's fine with him. Jay is not. And he's feeling like he's being treated badly. But Roman is letting him in just enough that he can get a little manipulation in so he can mess with Drew. Because he had a match. That was the goal. And that was the goal of the entire match. Was the match bad? No. We know Drew can do a very good match when he wants to. We know Sami can do it. And they did a good match. In the end, you know who won. And guess who got his ass whooped for it? Bloodline is in full effect. But here's the question. Several questions. 1, what are they going to do with Sami? 2, is Drew really going to get that damn title at Clash at the Castle in the UK? This is going to be very interesting. Because if they give it to him, it will give us a very different feel. Counting if they're going to go there. I don't know if they will. But in the end, you wonder where they're going to go with this. You wonder if they're going to do something with this. Now, also, I got to talk about New Day. I need to. I know I could skip it, and I was considering skipping it, but I got to. Why is New Day still working with the Viking Raiders? Why? They had the burial. Yeah. Shouldn't they have moved on by now? I'm just like, I know that the Viking Raiders have dealt with New Day more times than not because they've had no tag teams. Now they're dealing with them still. They act like, and this is New Day, they act like they have nothing left. The Viking Raiders, I already hear them as War Raiders. The Viking Raiders pretty much had made it clear that they just tried to give them an honorable death and burial. But in the end, they didn't get it. So now they're going to bury them again. But then when they're being tricked like faces to face a Kofi, you get Xavier Woods bringing out 2 kendo sticks where Kofi couldn't even catch it correctly. And they whooped their asses. They whooped that ass. I'm like, that was sloppy. Not saying that people can't botch grabbing something. They can't. But why did he throw him a kendo stick? Wouldn't it have been better that he hit them both, then sent it over to Kofi instead of sending it and both of them just stood there like they were dummies? That's the Viking Raiders. I don't know who booked this. I don't know. And the question is going to be, what is this going to culminate in? Guys, what does this mean? What does this culminate? Do they get tag title shots? And if they're not getting tag title shots, does this mean one of the teams is going off of SmackDown? Doesn't even matter to go off of SmackDown? Does this mean they're going to get a stipulation at maybe Clash of the Castle? Or are they just going to have a standard match, which we've probably seen before? I don't know. You guys tell me below. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been watching the product much, so this is totally new to me, so I don't know what I'm missing. Now, am I missing anything else here? Okay, the best thing of the show, almost forgot. Sheamus and Gunther. Gunther, the former Walter. Was the segment good? Yes, it was the best thing of the entire show. They made the Intercontinental title feel important. Sami came out with his boys. Made it very clear, the one thing I want that damn title. It's going to be in my country, and I'm going to make this boy understand that this is important to me. Gunther came out, and he made it very clear that he respects him, but there's no way that he's getting this damn title. And the thing I liked the most of the entire segment was once you saw Butch, I believe his name is Butch, Pete Dunne, started fighting with the partner from Walter. Pretty much, these two did not touch one another. Sheamus didn't touch Gunther. Gunther didn't touch Sheamus. They just stood watching each other while the underlings did all their business and didn't touch each other. I like that. That was the best thing of the entire show. Now, was it bad? No. I mean, the show was okay. I didn't hate it, but it's like, am I forgetting anything? I feel like I'm forgotten something, but if I did, I'm sorry. It wasn't a bad show, but don't agree with everything. And I still don't feel anything from the women's title picture, tag title picture. I don't feel nothing. I'm just saying. And now it's time to go to Rampage. And here's Rampage. Okay, Rampage is just as weird as SmackDown. What the fuck happened to Rampage? When we've been hearing that certain things have been going on in Rampage, I'm wondering if it's beginning to affect the wrestlers, their performance. Opening, we got the Trios title picture. Well, the Trios tag title picture where we got Dark Order versus the House of Black. Now, it was a fine match. You wonder about the knee of 10, though. Now, I'm not saying 10 is actually hurt. I'm not. But they really emphasized how 10's, I believe it was his left knee, has been an issue, and they were doing everything to emphasize that. Wondering what that means. Does that mean they're going to make sure that it's going to be something important going into the Trios finals? We eventually, let me give it to you like this. Once Miro came out, because Dark Order won, Miro made the House of Black distracted. That's the reason why. Once Miro got his ass kicked, you now see Sting and Allin come out to back him up. So that makes you wonder, are they going to actually have Sting, Miro, and Allin as a trios tag team? And that also is worrisome. Guys, we've always worried about how can I explain this? We've always worried about AEW overpacking their divisions with way too many tag teams. But now there is no tag teams because the majority of people that are normally in tag teams are now in trios. I'm going like, okay, what are we really doing with the normal tag teams? And why are we overemphasizing the trios so much that we don't see much from tag teams? Yes, we did see something from Private Party as well as Andrade and Rush. But we haven't seen anything currently when it comes to FTR. Now, FTR is going to be dealing with Wardlow. So, what does that mean for the tag titles going forward? And what does this mean with the tag titles going forward that we know, even though they're not on FTR, what is FTR going to be doing? You guys tell me below. I don't know. Anyway. Wardlow versus Ryan Nimitz, the Dolph Ziggler brother. Or should I call him Ryan Ziggler? Just to fuck with WWE. That's what we get. We get not only Ryan out there saying that he's more important than anybody else. Then we get Wardlow coming out. Then we get Satnam. We get Lethal, we get Sanjay Dutt, and we get Chris Sabin showing up. And they admit, this is what I always like about AEW or NWA, they don't have a problem saying who is from where. They never had a problem. So seeing they acknowledged Impact Wrestling was fine. I had no problem with it. Now, mind you, Impact Wrestling is not doing very well due to the fact that it's a good possibility that Sabin and Shelley may not be there anymore. If they're gone, they're gone. That makes Impact Wrestling look bad. And I will be doing my Gump Report. I haven't filmed it yet. I'm hoping to film in the next couple of days, and then I'll upload the first video. I'm going to see if I can do 2, because I'm going to wait until I get more information to know what to say in the next video. But this first video I should do in the next couple of days. But seeing this, and seeing Wardlow annihilate a Ryan Nimitz, it was ugly. It was, at one point, I think Wardlow didn't even care about how he powerbombed him. He threw him up and then not just throw him down, he released him, and Ryan just went totally flat and hit his head. Now, I'm not saying he's hurt. I'm just saying, like, what is going on with AEW? A lot of the wrestlers are acting a little out of control a little bit. I'm just saying. Now, Powerhouse Hobbs going up against, who is the guy? Ashton, I can't remember his name. I think his name is Day. Yeah, he had a nice day getting absolutely annihilated by Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs didn't even give him a chance. He destroyed his ass. There was nothing left of him. And then after that was over, we had the Factory. And seeing that QT Marshall, I gotta be QT Marshall. What, is he French now? Is he French? But you get my point. QT Marshall decides that he keeps his word. He takes his Rolex foot like this, which is stupid. Put it right here, which is even more stupid. He's losing his Rolex, which is dumb. You don't want to lose it. Then you put it here, which is even more dumb. And he told Powerhouse Hobbs, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm doing you a solid. In the face, where that could easily break. That shows that it's not real. Fake ass watch. And lays out a Ricky Starks who's already bleeding. And that's something. I've noticed that they're doing a lot of blood lately. He was bleeding, and who else was bleeding? At the end of the show, there was some blood there too. But damn, I'm actually interested in Powerhouse Hobbs dealing with a Ricky Starks. For me personally, this is a feud I do want to see, and I'm hoping to make it look good. But it's just me. Next, what do we get here? We get, we got Sami and Ty versus Ortiz and Soho. Now, I am not going to talk about what happened with Eddie Kingston and his suspension. I will do that on the video. My Gump Report video I will do. So I'm not going to elaborate what I think about what happened with Eddie. At least until they get a little more information. They got some basic information. Hopefully by Sunday I'll get a little more information that I can add to the video. So I'm not saying anything. The match itself was alright. But I got to admit, when you see Ortiz lay into Sami, you guys tell me below. Did it look like he was laying into him a little more vigorous than he should be? Did it look like he was being a little stiff? He looked like he was being freaking stiff on purpose. Now, I'm not saying he was. This is just speculation. They were doing a regular match. But we know that wrestlers do stiffness in a certain case. And sometimes they like to give a receipt or two. But I'm wondering how much of a receipt that was. You guys tell me below what you think. I'm not saying that he did be a little more rougher than he should have been. Only thing I'm saying that it looked a bit more stiff than normal. In the end, we had Anna Jay distract a Ruby Soho, which also distracted a Ortiz, who also was bleeding from the head. I don't know where he got that. I don't know when that happened. And how did he get it? Was that done on purpose or was it accidental? I don't know. I don't know which one it was. Just know that that was done. And he was finished. So I'm not sure what happened there. Now, final match of the night, which I think got botched. I could be wrong. But I think there was a botch in there that messed up the match. Now that's the ROH main title of Claudio Castagnoli and the Dustin Rhodes The Natural. It was fine at first. I liked the match. We know Dustin can still go very well. We know Claudio can go very well. But there was an incident that happened that looked bad. Because when Claudio decided to when Dustin tried to grab Claudio and he couldn't grab him and missed. And then they tried to do another sequence of doing an arm drag. And then Claudio didn't let him get it. But Dustin tried to. It's like he was jumping over him, trying to do a body slam, but he missed it. No, crossbody, not body slam, crossbody. You got Dustin whiplashing his head and neck on the lower turn rope. Now, we know for a fact that is not regular rope. That is metal, steel wire. Well, steel cable, not steel wire, steel cable. So that whiplash effect is not easy to take. I think he got stunned. He went zoom. He took that and got stunned. He was not right after that. He tried to shake it off, and it was Art that was telling him, focus, come on, snap out of it. Snap out of it. But I don't think he never recovered from that. Because once he did that, he was not working 100%. He still did the match. And he still focused. But as you saw, as time went on, he started to slow down. He was here. Then he whiplashed his neck on the lower turn rope. And it just started going down like this. I think he was stunned. He was stunned after that. And he didn't recover properly. He did do his best, though. And at one point, once you saw Claudio get a cut right about here, and they did the the Claudio swing, you could tell that they need to wrap it up because I think Dustin was pretty much done. So in the end, Dustin, and there was one incident, just before that match ended, where Dustin, and as I said before, he might have not been focused because he might have been stunned for quite a while. He was supposed to, how can I say this? Claudio was supposed to jump right over him. Dustin's head and body is supposed to go under. Dustin did not do that. Dustin went straight into the gonad and everything else with his head. Whack! He took a direct hit to Claudio Castagnoli's crotch. And both of them collapsed to the floor of that ring. And neither one of them were right. And you saw Dustin, he was even worse off than he was before. And that's when Claudio pinned him and it was done. It was over. And you could tell that Art was like, oh my gosh. I don't think that was scripted. I think that Dustin, from the very beginning of that match, when he got that whiplash on the bottom turn rope, was not right. Not that I hope he's not concussed or anything. But he took that hit. He was never right. And that last sequence before the match ended, where he didn't even bend down enough, and I don't think it was Claudio being too tired, not being able to jump over him. Dustin's tall, and Dustin should have ducked down more, and he did not. And I know Dustin knows how to do that, and I think he was just stunned. And because he was stunned, Claudio's like this. He should have gone like this. He should have went zip. He did not. He went like this. And even the commentators said, oh no, I don't think this was on purpose. I think that was an accident. And it was. You could tell Dustin was like holding his head. He took a really hard hit because they were going full throttle. This show was weird, like SmackDown was weird. There was a lot of botchiness in both shows. Were they bad? No. Both shows were not bad. But you can tell there was something off with SmackDown, and there's really something off with AEW Rampage. I don't know what it is, but you guys tell me below, and I hope you enjoy this review. Please give me, I hope you enjoy this double feature. I don't know if I'm going to do this again. Maybe I might, but I don't know. I hope you enjoy it. Peace.